Thank you for having us here. It's a great honor and privilege for you to take this out of your time. So to start off, please tell us about yourself and what's the story behind you.
Right, where do you want me to start? Back from...
before joining the team here.
Okay. So I started off my working life in the UK. So in terms of my teaching, I retrained. I started off my working life in industry, working for British Aerospace Defence.
Okay.
So I spent a number of years there. Once I graduated on their fast track graduate management programme, and after about 10 years I decided to retrain and go into teaching. When I was coinciding with having children. So I did that, did a teaching qualification, and I started working then in the UK for a management college in Buckinghamshire, and did that. Then we moved to Korea, South Korea, and I worked in Seoul for 3 years before coming here to the Middle East, to Dubai. I've been here at Emirates Aviation University, which was prior, was Dubai Aviation College, for now 15 years.
Yes, wow.
So quite a long time. I originally started off doing part-time consultancy work here, and then I've been a permanent member of the faculty for the last 11 years, I think.
Wow, that's incredible.
So, yeah, it's quite a long story there to answer that question.
And so, how about your academic life? Like, what did you start out as, like you mentioned earlier?
Okay, so in terms of once I obviously finished high school, went into, I did a business degree. So I did a business degree, and then obviously went into industry, so British Aerospace Defence. And then whilst working for British Aerospace Defence, they sponsored me, or I won a scholarship in fact, to do my MBA with them.
Okay.
So I did that whilst working as part of my fast track programme within British Aerospace. So that was very useful and interesting.
So did they have their own MBA program, or was it like...
No, it was an external MBA program. It was just part of my development with British Aerospace.
Oh, okay, so it's part of the program.
Yeah.
Okay. And so how do you think your professional life has been progressing throughout? I mean, you have great experience, obviously, working in almost 3 different continents.
Is that a nice way of saying I'm very old?
No. But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's been very interesting working in the UK, obviously in Korea, and obviously most of my teaching life has been here in Dubai, so that's been very interesting. Working with lots of different students and different backgrounds and different cultural
Yeah, I can imagine
origins.
it's a different experience, going to the Far East,
Yeah.
then coming back here and being from the West,
Yeah.
from Europe. So
Yeah.
I can only imagine how it is.
So hopefully that's been a very positive experience for me, something I've really enjoyed. But yeah, I've learned a lot too, obviously working with lots of different nationalities. And again, different approaches to how different parts of the world study and how they learn. So it's been very interesting for me.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So how did you join Emirates Group? Like, what led you to this?
I think initially I was looking when we first came to Dubai. Obviously, I had small children then, so I was looking for. Obviously, I wanted to work, but I only wanted just to work part-time to fit around my family life at the time. And so I originally came here and did just a bit of part-time working, which again I think it was here mostly in the mornings, which was great. Then I was home in time for kids coming home from school and that sort of thing. So that's how I originally got into working in the business school, doing part-time.
So it was fitting with your schedule.
Yep.
And your personal life. It's a balancing.
Yeah, it was a little balancing act. Yep.
I see. So you said when did you started working for the college again?
About 15 years ago, so it was really as soon as I came to Dubai. I applied here. I was doing sort of a bit of consultancy work at the American University in Dubai, and I was also teaching on the stratified MBA program, so it was sort of, I was doing sort of different things really on a part-time basis.
I see. And so far, if working here in the college, how was it like for you in the beginning?
Yeah,
Like you've been through the transition
yes.
from the college to the university.
Yeah, obviously from Dubai Aviation College to Emirates Aviation College, now to the university. Yeah, I mean, and I've seen the college and the university grow immensely over my 15 years. We were very, very small when I first came, so it's been very rewarding, I think, being part of a sort of a growing organisation and a professional and organisation.
And how was the experience here compared to, say, in Seoul or back in the UK?
Yeah, it's been
Definitely the weather.
Yeah, the weather certainly is very nice here, very easy to live here, but it's a very easy place to be, I think. And what I like about it is that so many different nationalities are made very welcome here, and it's a very interesting, dynamic place to live.
Definitely. And how can one be a director or a teacher like yourself?
How can one get into that sort of area? I think it's something that you have to be drawn to. It doesn't suit everybody. I think you have to have a love for teaching and obviously for students. And it's very rewarding being around young people and trying to inspire them to learn and find different ways to attract people to learn. So I think if you're drawn to that, that's something that perhaps you might think about going into, but yes.
Yeah. And so how does what's your schedule here? Like, take us through a day in your...
Day in the life of.
day in the life of.
Yeah, well, obviously we start very early, so we in here at 7. I feel sometimes like I live here. So I'm sometimes here at 7 in the evening as well.
Wow.
But yeah, it's very, very busy, but it's different. There's constantly new things to do. And I love my work. That's why I spend so much time here, I think. But yeah, so it's busy. I do a lot of teaching still, so I teach 4 courses every semester. So my day is really spent coming in here for 7, getting ready for classes, a lot of assessment, thinking of new ways to deliver material, always looking for new material for the students, and also obviously have a lot of management responsibility within the business school as well, working closely with the dean.
And you mentioned 4 courses, so 4 courses over different levels, right? Different programs?
Yeah, I seem to be, over the last couple of semesters, focusing on the BBA Aviation Management Programme, so that's where I'm spending the last couple of semesters. But we obviously do have a vocational, very, very many programmes on the vocational side, where, again, I have been spending a lot of time in the past working on that particular programme as well. And we also have a lot of shorter courses for Emirates, part of the National Development Programme. So we do a lot of work with them. So I've been involved on those in the past too. So again, I spend a lot of my time talking to national development and looking after the students that we have through the Emirates group as well. Very important part of our work.
I see. So aside from that, tell us about a favorite book or favorite literature that you like.
Yeah, I'm very into reading, so in my spare time I spend a lot of time reading. We've currently got we have a literary festival here every year, which is coming up in March, and I spend a lot of time there going around listening to all the different authors. Favourite book? Don't really know really. At the moment, what am I reading at the moment? well, some of the authors I'm going to see at the Literary Festival are David Mitchell, Alexander McCall Smith, who else? I'll have to actually let you know. I don't remember who they are. Michael Morpurgo. So I'm interested in reading lots of different things, really.
I see. That's really interesting. And how about a movie? Your favorite movie?
Favourite movie?
It's a bit tricky.
Bit tricky actually. Seen all the Oscar-nominated ones at the moment.
Oscars,
Yeah. Found Birdman quite thought-provoking, so this is a good way to say that one. I really like The Theory of Everything about Stephen Hawking's life. I found that very inspiring. It was a really good movie, and I forget what the movie was called now, about the Enigma Code
Enigma Code?
with Cumberbatch.
Is it the Imitation Game?
Imitation Game, yeah. So at the moment I think we've got a lot of good movies out
Definitely,
there.
yes.
Loved all of those.
Right on
So,
time for the Oscars as well.
yeah, right to the Oscars. I suppose if I had to pick my favourite from those, I probably would be the Stephen Hawking's one.
Theory of Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's a really interesting movie.
Yeah, it is.
And looking forward into the future,
Mhm.
what do you see like for the university and what are your plans?
Oh, well, as you can see, obviously we're in a very, very big campus now, so we have to think about ways of filling up all our space here. So we have got great plans, I think, for the university to grow, particularly within the business school, to offer more programs, get more numbers on current programs. So I think we're going to see a big growth in the business school. So both in terms of student numbers and in terms of new courses, but again sticking very closely to our aviation roots.
I see. So to wrap things up, what advice would you like to give to our students?
To study more.
To study more. Okay.
No, to make the most of their time here. It's, I think learning is a balance of making sure you do well in terms of your academic studies, but also embracing other things that there are in terms of social life, friendship groups. Friends that you make here will be lifelong friends. So to take time to get involved in every aspect of university life.
Definitely. Great advice for our students. Thank you so much
Not
for
at all, it's been
taking
a
your time.
pleasure to talk to you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so
And
much.
I hope you got everything you wanted. If you need any more clarification, do come back and let me
Definitely,
know.
yeah. We will.
Yeah.
We'll send you an email in case you
Okay.
need any more information. And yeah, regarding maybe the book title of the book.
Yes, I'll
maybe.
think of a favourite book for you. Yes,
Yeah.
I've read so many ones of late. I'll have to think of a favourite one for you.
Yeah, but the literature festival, it's happening.
It's March the 3rd to the 7th.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really worthwhile going if you're at all interested in literature or reading, because all the authors are there and you get such a fantastic, insight into why people write, how they write, and what the story was all about.
Oh,
So
it's
really
good. It's good for writing.
Yeah.
Personally, I have to catch up on classic literature, so
Yeah.
I like Roman books, translated
okay.
Roman books. They're really interesting, the way they thought before and how
They
it's
speak, they think.
and how it's actually happening now. It's
Yeah.
kind of relevant how they thought about it. It's
Oh.
really interesting.
Very
So,
good. Good.
Well, we're all set.